Now, this is what we're going to go through today. First steps to manager. It's your Bible really for getting your business off the ground and making sure that it's gotten off the ground correctly. So now I know you can hear me. We're going to get going. So at Forever, I believe we offer the best marketing plan within direct selling industry. It rewards you and your hard work and commitment in building and running your own business. As an entrepreneur, it is really important that you are clear on what you want to achieve in your for business. Be ambitious in your goal setting and don't forget the phrase, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you will end up amongst the stars. At that point, I would like to say that the most important part in this entire process is actually you. You're going to have your own goals and ambitions, what you want to achieve, how much money you would like coming into your home, and my job is to help you get that. So planning is the key ingredient of success. You take the time to work with your sponsor, being me, and you set your goals and plan how to achieve them using the 7-day plan. It's all an offer for you, so why not get started right now? There really hasn't been a better time, so we be persistent and consistent and we lead by example. So why Forever? Well, we consider what you want to achieve in the short term, let's say for an example of 6 months, and then we look to a 12-month and a long-term plan beyond that after the year is up. We will have had in place a 3 to 5 year plan as well. For example, €2,500, how would you spend that if you were getting that per month? If you had more time, what would you do? So the way we break it down is we have personal, short-term and long-term goals. We have your family goals, short-term and long-term, and your business short-term and long-term. So your personal goals, for example, your short-term personal goal might be in the run-up to Christmas now, wouldn't it be nice to get maybe a new sofa or a couple of new cushions for your existing sofa, or something to do maybe with your home. I know my short-term goal was to get a sofa in the time that I joined, which was this time 3 years ago. I wanted to get a new sofa into the house, so I actually achieved that goal. A week before Christmas, we had our new sofa delivered, and that was from this business. So your long-term personal goals, whatever they may be for you, you would put them in. And by writing them down, it means that they're not just in your mind. By writing them down, and I would always say, have a date that you would like to achieve them by. And that is registering also with your subconscious, and you get to work and you put things into place to achieve them. Again, family short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals could be something maybe extra you'd like to get for the kids or for yourself for Christmas. And then the long-term ones could be maybe, I don't know, bringing them to Disney or Legoland or on a family holiday next summer. And then your business short-term goals and long-term goals, what you would like to achieve. So it's all there for the taking, but again, everybody's goals and needs are different. So we would always say, write them down. So understanding the case credit, I suppose it is the most important thing of your business. A CC, in other words, a case credit, is our internal company currency, like the euro. And basically what it means is because we have this simple system anchored into the business, it means that whatever CC is affiliated to your product here is also the same in 158 different countries around the world. So I suppose, as well as being an internal company currency, it's our internal language system that's in place for everybody across the world to understand that we have a case credit affiliated with every single product that we have on our plan. So one CC is approximately €250 retail, and the wholesale being approximately €180. So how do you generate 4 CCs within a 4-week period? So I suppose the 4 CC is a business building discipline, It's very important as it creates immediate retail and recruiting income. So how do you break it down? Well, you're going to be using products for yourself, your family, your friends. So you would have your personal use, I suppose, in your home, everything from the shampoo to the deodorant, your tooth gel. How else would you do it? Through retail. So because you're having such great results and your own personal stories, because you're using the products yourself, and then of course you're naturally going to recommend them on. You would also gather CCs throughout the month from that. How else? Through recruiting. So people are seeing you probably looking a lot happier, a lot healthier. Your skin would be glowing. In general, you will be in better form because this company offers so much, as well as extra money. You get such great support. So you're really kind of feeling good about yourself. People will start to wonder what it is that you're doing, and from that you would naturally be recruiting people. And then for CC, it is important as you will be paid on your team leading bonus. So unlike when you're recommending a film or your favourite restaurant that you've just been to, Forever actually pays you for those recommendations. How rich would you have been over the years now, in the last 20 years, if you got paid royalties and if you got paid every time you recommended something? So it really is a fantastic company. So there are various opportunities that are open to you, and one of the opportunities is going up through the marketing plan. So for example, how do you get to supervisor? Well, you would start the business. There are people that start the business, they come in, they purchase a new distributor pack. It's worth 2 cc's, and at that level you're coming in at an assistant supervisor level, which gives you 30%. I suppose, 30% profit on personal retail sales. And there is a bonus structure in place there between 5 and 18%. And at this level, you would get an additional 5%. So that would be a personal bonus on all personal use and retail sales. Additionally, when you sign somebody into the company, there's a recruiting bonus for an assistant supervisor, and it is 70 euro. So that's at assistant supervisor level. So say you get in and you realise, oh, I've made 30% on my 4cc retail this month, which would be 300 euro plus your 5% bonus. That's 350 euro. Oh my God, that's really good. So now I'm interested in maybe looking at how to get to supervisor. So supervisor is 25 cc's over 2 months. So with you doing your 4cc and, for example, showing 3 others how to do the same. So it's not about you doing a lot, it's about a lot of people doing a little bit, if that makes sense. So you would introduce 3 people into the business. You would get your 30% profit like you did before on your retail sales, but now you have an increase of 8%. So you have an additional 3% personal bonus added on to your 5. So that would be a personal bonus on personal use and retail sales. And then, as I said, an additional 3% on team bonus. So typically between 3 and 5 people in a team, that would be 400 euro per month plus. Now this would be on a sort of the lower side, if you like. And for recruiting in 3 assistant supervisors, you would be getting 81 euro on each of those sign-ins. So again, very, very generous when it comes to helping people join your business. So I suppose, it is all about helping you succeed. If you consider this, if you achieve 4 cc's and more personally each month and teach your team to do the same, you will soon be manager. Here, here to the left of the screen are examples of what each of these few products here, of what their CC value holds. So how do you get to manager? Well, how you get to manager is you're already at supervisor level and you're interested in going to assistant manager. So that would be 75 cc's over 2 months. So how do you do that? Well, you get 30% profit on your personal retail sales as you have done at supervisor and assistant supervisor level, and you get 13% personal bonus on personal and retail sales, and your team bonus of between 5 and 8%. So it's 75 cc's over 2 months. So how do you break it down? Well, you have already signed in 3 people when you were at supervisor level. And let's say 2 out of those 3 people really, really want to go supervisor as well. So you're teaching them to help 3 people each build a business of 4 cc active. And then your third person there is also, going for assistant supervisor and supervisor. So, you have a collection of people doing their little bit, everybody doing their little bit together. So that would be typically between 10 and 15 people in the team, and you'd be looking at €800 per month. Also, your recruiting bonus per assistant supervisor has gone up. So for each person that you sign in, it is €98. And you can see how at every given level of this business, for helping other people and for introducing other people, you are actually getting paid very well. So you want to now turn your attention to going manager. That is 120 cc's over 2 months. But at this stage now, having originally signed in your 3 people, having 2 of those 3 people go for supervisor, one of those people had signed on 3 people, but the other person has really gone for it, and some of their people have signed in 1 or 2 people. So again, it's a couple of people looking after, helping their friends and family, and the business is growing. So you get 30% profit on personal retail, 18% personal bonus on personal retail sales, and then your team bonus of between 5 and 13%, depending on where they are on the marketing plan. Typically, you're looking at after between 15 and 25 people. Now, this is in your extended team. You've only ever signed in 3 people to your business, remember, and they are getting between 1,000 and 3,000 per month. And your recruiting bonus per assistant supervisor at this level is €116. So really what we're saying is, if you consider this, the more people you can recruit and duplicate, the faster you will reach manager. It's a great, fantastic opportunity. So the first steps to manager, so your first 5 key people really. We always say to people who are interested in going up that marketing plan within, 4 to 5, 6, 7 months, we always say, okay, find 5 key people that you would like to help bring an extra income into their homes. So who do you know? And this is the first thing we would say to people when they sign in. You need to look at 100 people, writing down 100 names of the people that are closest to you, right up to the person that works in the post office. And the kind of attitude we'd be looking for is people who have open minds, people who want more money and time, they want more security and flexibility, and they want to be involved with a risk-free business. And I suppose really you need to, be looking at people with a great attitude and people that you would like to work with. So 5 assistant supervisors bringing in 10 cc's is a base month for supervisor. And then 5 supervisors is 125 cc's per manager. So typically 1 of the 5 supervisors become a manager, and 1 manager structures chairman's bonus for the following year. Again, that is further down the road, but you can see the breakdown here. So it's not really asking too much. It's just bringing in people, helping them with their first launch, helping them do their 100 list, and that alone is 10 cc's for your base month for supervisor. So why manager? Well, I suppose in our household, manager for us means financial security. So what can it offer to you? Well, you can see here, just picking out a few of them: freedom, money, travel, knowing that the mortgage is paid every month, and peace of mind. Chairman's bonus and global rally, they are going to be mapped out by your sponsor as soon as you sign into the business. To give you a projection, as we said, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. So we want to be able to show you that by planning your first 6 months onto your 12 months and then your 3 to 5 year plan, you can achieve all of this in a much shorter time. People are doing it much shorter than 3 to 5 years, I can tell you. There's people rocketing up that marketing plan, building stable manager business. So here's a breakdown further down the road of things that you could also be aiming for. Soaring manager would mean you would have 5 frontline managers in your team. Sapphire manager would mean 9 managers, and you can see here that a basic soaring manager business can be anywhere from 55,000 up to 125,000. Sapphire Manager is 90,000 to 200,000. Now this is per annum. Diamond Sapphire Manager, 17 managers, 168,000 to 270,000. And Diamond Manager, 25 managers, 400,000. So you can see by having introduced a few people, 3 people we started off with, and helping them get to supervisor, and helping them in turn helping you get to manager, and you continuing to help people to get to manager. This is what's on offer. It really is phenomenal. So why senior manager? Well, you would have global travel and chairman's bonus, Eagle Manager, royalty income and car plan. Now all of these things can be gone into in obviously a lot more detail. But for example, chairman's bonus is a cut of the profits that are given back and divided back out through the country. Ireland has been very successful with helping loads and loads of families come back with extra checks that are coming back into their families' homes and obviously our economy. Eagle Manager is a manager's retreat where you get taken away, five-star, all expenses paid. This year we're going to Greece and we can't wait. And all again from helping people do well in the business, and your royalty income and car plan, extra things that are on offer as well. So this is all up for the taking. So if you consider this, once you have achieved a position, you never fall back. No one can ever overtake you. You determine how far you want to go, and there are no limits to the earning potential. So the action really is you develop a 4cc per month personal business. You use the products, as we've said, you become your own best customer, and what you use and believe in, you will recommend with the passion and integrity to others. With others, each order you place, add a new product into the order for your own use so that you can have an experience of the whole range. You showcase the products, and you know there's different ways where you can do that. You can do product talks, you can have mini launches, you can do a business and product launch. That's personally one of my favorites. You can do fundraising. We've done an awful lot of fundraising over the last few years, and I suppose there isn't a greater feeling than being able to help other people. You can do it through referrals. Another favourite of mine is through the weight management, having had huge success from having lost weight. A lot of my extended team have had tremendous success from the C9s, and so naturally they've gone on to sell an awful lot of C9s through this. You can set up C9 clubs and have groups of your friends or groups of friends all within your group, supporting each other, and I suppose comparing their final results. It's a great way to show support as well. So it's just, there's a number of things there, as you see, that can help your business grow. You develop the customers. I suppose between 20 and 30 customers, it's not going to happen overnight. So your first launch would really kind of open the gateway to a couple of customers. And it really, the key is looking after a few customers very well, and then you would naturally get the referrals from them. Showcasing the products, a great way to let people know is by inviting a group of friends to your home in a relaxed environment, what I just said there, for a 30 to 40 minute presentation on the products and opportunity. Product sales, people interested in the opportunity, and further launches are booked. This really is something that naturally happens when you do your product launch. I personally love doing launches. I love meeting people, and I love helping other people get their businesses off the ground. So it's a great way to start off somebody's business. How you would invite people is what we always say to people on the team: never text, never email, pick up that phone. And if you only have a couple of people to ring and invite to your launch, then you pick up that phone, you invite them, and you ask them to bring a friend or two. Hi Penelope, how are you? What are you doing this coming Wednesday? Listen, I'm going to have a few friends around for a glass of wine, cup of coffee or whatever, and I'm launching my new business. I'm really excited about it. Will you come and support me? And then most people, because they want to help, they will say yes. And then about 24 hours before the event, you just check in with them and say, I'm really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and showing you what I'm at. So when you're doing your first launch, you remember you won't be alone. We'll be there to help you, and we're going to plan the event with you. And people will enjoy coming to other people's homes as we recommend a daytime or evening event. So when people are setting up their businesses, we always say, write down the names of your 5 key people who you would like to help them get their businesses off the ground. And this, again, is, I suppose, a way of igniting yourself and getting you thinking about the people you would like to have for your business. So what will you need? You'll need a product presenter, a relevant literature, product brochures, customer order forms, and a touch of forever combi box, plus any extra products. So, you know, at this stage, you'll obviously know people who will be coming to the event. So if you have people who are interested in makeup, if you have people interested in sports, bring along those affiliated products to make sure that you can kind of steer in their direction and be speaking about something that that they'll be interested in. Arrive 30 minutes before the launch. I prefer to arrive an hour before the launch and acclimatise, and if anybody's early, you can be having a little chat with them. As much as we love our children and pets, what we do say, so that we can have the attention of the people that are there, maybe organise, you know, a babysitter for upstairs just to come for the hour, and to have your little dog or cat, whatever, upstairs or out the back just for that time, so that there are no distractions and we can get on with launching our business in the best way possible. So when you're opening the launch, you thank everybody for coming, you share your story. Regarding your story, I like to keep it brief. It's more about the people that are there and the person who is launching their business. So it's just something to make people feel relaxed. Everybody's story, I suppose, is going to be different. It might resonate with somebody that's sitting there. And you go through the products, keep it simple, and you pass the products around, I would say, at the end. So little or no distraction during. And then you close the launch by thanking everybody for their support. You take their orders and payment on the night, and you book further launches from there. You have your customer order forms, and you make appointments in the diary with the people who would like to look at the business. So consider this: many top distributors join Forever as a result of attending a launch. Never miss an opportunity. So the Forever business cycle is, who do you know? That's your 100 list. Remember I was saying family and friends, work colleagues, relatives. There is a memory jogger at the back of your hard copy of this. It basically is an A to Z memory jogger from accountancy right down to a zookeeper, and everything in between, to help you kind of think, oh God, yeah, I didn't think of that person there, and you write that down. You contact, you phone call, and you do face-to-face, and you show the business on a one-to-one DVD, or send a recording of what I'm doing here now when somebody's been setting up. But you can also send a recording of the business presentation, which is one of my favourite, people living abroad, obviously, and then the action, your goals, planning and training. There's no point in doing any of this unless you put it into action. So you share the opportunity with everybody. Who are the first people that you were excited about sharing with Forever? You take their name, phone number, mobile, what they do, and you're kind of putting together a little profile. Very, very key to being able to remember what people had said, and if it's not for them now, you can come back to this and you have a little bit of information written down about them, so it kind of reignites the conversation that you have with them. Very, very, very good to have this on file. When you're making the calls, be prepared. You have your profile, you decide your objective, which prospecting tool to use, plan your words and smile. At this point, you know, Andy Waring, we recently saw him at the convention centre, but when I started my business 3 years ago, one of the first CDs I ever listened to was Make the Phone Your Friend. And you will be able to do this if you listen to him and you put into practice. You can always practice on your friends, okay? Or your family, but you've got to get comfortable, and the only way you'll get comfortable is by practicing. So you make the call, get to the point, keep it brief, be excited, you're on the way out the door, you just thought, you know, you give them a call that popped into their head. You know, you want to be able to slow down the fact that they'll be like, oh, what, you know, asking loads of questions. Be in control of the call. They want to know what's in it for them, and remember the objective. You're ringing for a reason specific to that person. So you're going to keep it simple. You're making an invitation, not a presentation. So, you know, these are some examples here of what you can do. Hi Sam, it's Steve here. How are you? Do you have a moment? Brilliant. Okay, you need to get that signed off for them straight away. There's no point in you launching into this if they're not available. So the reason for the call, Sam, is I have just started a fantastic opportunity which attracts open-minded, confident people. And I actually thought of you. Tell me, Sam, you know that you were saying you weren't happy at work. That's still the case. This is a very, very important thing. It links them back to the time when they would have been saying to you a few weeks ago or 6 months ago they weren't happy in work, and that you listened, and this is why you're ringing. They're like, oh God, yeah, they remember that. So value your help and opinion. I've started a business which I'm really excited about, and I thought of you straight away. It's a massive potential, and I wondered if you may be able to help me with your experience and your background. I would really value your opinion. Would you like to take a look? And the business approach is, can I ask you a question? If I had found a company that was unrivaled in the marketplace and that was booming in this sector, that was cash rich and debt free, and that you and I could be incredibly successful with, would you be interested in having a look at it? So to finish, obviously I don't know if it will be for you or not, only you can decide that. Let's meet up and I'll show you what it's all about. I'm free on Monday or Thursday, what's best for you. Or take a look at our online video to give you an overview of the company, about the products and the marketing plan. When could you watch it? Okay, I'll give you a call on Friday. There will always be people that wish to share your products, so give us a call. Health benefits, I know that you've been bothered with health problems, mention the actual problem. I've just come across an amazing product which I think can help you. Can I come around to show you what I've found? So they're just examples, using your story can be very effective in a call. Below are several different ways to engage your caller. Hello, we covered this just there a minute ago. Hello, is it a good time? Hi, have you got a minute? Hi, can you chat for a second? I've got an idea that I want to share with you, or I've just started doing some work with an amazing company and wanted to share it with you. Just started a new business, wanted to run it past you. These are just indicators of how you can go about it. Of course, your own personality and everything will come into it, but these are just kind of, I suppose, a template. You'd be putting your own personality into it. Depending on who you were calling, you'd be kind of more relaxed. But I suppose the key thing is to get off the phone as quick as possible, because you don't want to launch into them asking loads of questions. I would still say that after 3 years, I wouldn't discuss it over the phone. You'd never do it justice, Not sure if it's for you, not sure if it's up your street, not sure if it's a match for you. It's taking the pressure off them, really. And then finally, I'm not sure it's for you, but I know I know it can give you, fill in the blanks, insert whatever you think is affiliated to them. Example, more income, work-life balance, time and freedom. So you use your story to make an effective call, All I want to do at this stage is share some information for you, and I'll know whether there's something in it for you or not. Or all I want to do is get some information into your hands and you'll get a feeling if it's a match for you or not. Or listen, just wanted to have a look at some information and you can decide if there's anything in it for you or not, And we go straight to making the calls. These are some of the common questions that come up. What is it? Your response, choosing 2 or 3 of the following. I don't know. It depends on what you're more comfortable with. I would practice a few of these. One of my favorites is, the company is Forever. Have you ever heard of it? Or we're in the health and wellness sector, which, as you know, is a booming, business. We have an impeccable 37-year track record, and we are cash rich and debt free. There are 3 of my favorites there. Fine, we are 2.6 billion, asset-rich global business trading in over 150 countries. Personally, some of these can get a bit tongue-tied, so you got to keep it nice and short, and something that rolls off the tongue is definitely more effective. So you continue profiling. Every name on your 100 list is a potential customer, distributor, or a person that may say no for now, but will in the future if circumstances change, may be interested in the business, or for now they can give you a referral. So you contact and show. There's many ways to speak with people about Forever: email, texting, social sites, or speaking socially. But as far the most effective way is to pick up the phone and have a chat. Definitely, if you have their number, I find that that's the best way to go. So pipeline and activity. One of the most important things that you can get into the habit of when you start the business is your thing called the activity tracker sheet. It's designed for you to record each call and track your prospect through the registration as an assistant supervisor. So, you know, using your story to make an effective call, what I'd like to do is get together for a coffee, show you some information. It will take about 20 minutes, or put a 20-minute call in the diary and I'll take you through some of the information online, or give you a website to have a look at, a short online video, post a DVD, which can give you an overview. Now, most people that I work with would have a little 60-second or a couple of minute video that would give an overview, and that would then lead them to wanting to meet them for a business presentation. Consider this: try and match the wants and needs to your prospect and you will get a better result. Very important. The memory jogger, we spoke about this earlier on. So the memory jogger is something that's there to help you remember maybe people that you've totally forgotten about, people that you went to school with, whatever. So you can download your 100 list, your activity tracker, and what's next, your 7-day plan at foreverliving.com under forms and downloads. And that is the end of our presentation. I hope that you have enjoyed that. I hope that you've gotten a lot out of it, and the most important thing you can do now is apply all of those tools that have been put in place for you, and we will help to continue have your business grow.